This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Monday, January 29th of 2024, and you are listening to episode 380 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ. Joining me today is Maluris.
Ford is bald! Ugh!
Ford.
Thank you for saying that live when I haven't announced it publicly yet.
Well, if you want to keep a secret, this show's the place to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine.
Does that
I
mean you
don't mind.
haven't left the house yet?
No, I have. I just kept the hat on.
Like,
I mean,
is
it's
it like
kinda
a
easy to
baby
do.
reveal? Like, public, you get a party, people, public announcement drop. Ford is bald.
Eh, I'm just
Like,
gonna let it happen
the
naturally, I don't
engagement
really
was
care.
one thing. I was asked not to say anything.
Oh, thank you.
You just
I
dropped
appreciate
this
that.
2 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
2 seconds ago, and it's just like I'm not over it. I don't want this for you.
I mean, it looked pretty bad, so, you know. I
I
hope
didn't
he's
get
just
enough
fucks everybody.
chance to see it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like usually the look looks a little better after you shave, you know, and it has time to settle in.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
when your brother shaved his head for the first time. It was
Yeah.
just like I was distraught. uh,
I will say, though, it makes showering a lot easier.
yeah.
I have a feeling my
Yeah.
head is really ugly under my hair.
Oh, I know my skull is just misshapen.
Not like that, I mean my skin.
Well, I know my skull is misshapen.
Because you were dropped?
No, that was my brother.
How are you doing, Mace?
I'm doing fine.
You have thoughts there you've not shared.
I don't even know what to think.
About what? There's so many things to think of.
It's just hair, man. It comes and goes.
Mace is
Yeah.
looking into the future and wondering, should I shave it?
I could, you know, the thing is, I could see Mace with a shaved head.
Yeah, I could totally see Mace with a shaved head. I couldn't see him with a beard, though, because he's never done it.
I feel like Mace with a shaved head would look a lot like from Night Court.
Mm.
He was the bailiff.
If I had hair trouble, bald would be an option I would consider.
You see, the thing is, your hair is so curly already, you know, it barely gets up, like, below your ears. Unless you get really long.
My hair grows up, it does not grow down.
Remember when Leo didn't shave his hair for, like, or cut his hair for, like, 2 years?
Remember when Leo wasn't bald for 2 years?
Mm.
Leo, I could not imagine without hair, you know?
All these things happen, and it's just like...
Well, Kevin, you're so shocked, but you're the next to lose your hair.
You said I would be the first one, so you're wrong, okay? You're wrong.
I hope he didn't put that in the middle.
I feel like if Leo was
Big
50 or 60, he'd look okay without hair.
I feel like Leo... Well, the thing is, Leo is most likely to, like, go gray first, because I think he said his dad has had gray hair since he was, like, 20-something. Or
Interesting.
early 30s at least.
But I think I remember him saying that, yeah. Interesting.
I could see Leo pull off gray hair, though.
Yeah, I see it.
Takes a long time for hair to go gray in my family.
But would it look like... Wait, would it look like Eraserhead or Mr. Fantastic, do you think?
Wait, who's Eraserhead?
Oh,
No.
man.
Eraserhead.
That Batman guy who
It's a
has a
movie.
pencil costume?
That's what I was thinking of.
No. It's a movie by David Lynch.
I was thinking of Batman, sorry.
Yeah, Batman here too.
You uncultured swine.
Yeah, I've never heard of this. It's
Also, I'm
disturbing.
here. Yeah, I'm here now, by the way.
What did you hear? I already introduced you.
You didn't? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did right after Kevin said that.
Well, like, you kind of did, but not, like, officially.
That was official.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to take this moment to talk about the BCC Crew Discord server.
Wow.
Link is in the description below. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Whoa! Smooth. Speaking of the Discord BCC crew Discord server, that's the Ford segue. You gotta
Nice
go
and
with it.
smooth. Nice and
Yeah.
smooth.
Oh, yes, they're going to follow up on last week's episode, and we're going to talk about helmets.
Speaking of having to cover your head.
Yeah.
See, Kevin
I
already
mean,
has
sometimes
this.
it gets chilly, all right. You know.
Yeah, I have
you
a
don't have hair, you
Stormtrooper
get
helmet.
breezy up there.
You need to get your Donald Trump beanie.
I'm
I'm sure that exists, right?
The MAGA beanie.
sure it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, there's this woman modeling for it on Etsy.
Ooh. What's her name?
Sounds like a reputable seller.
Etsy is surprisingly very good, generally.
Uh-huh.
There's this new image format going around at all the sites now, which OBS does not like to accept. Remember how long it took for WEP to be accepted?
Yeah.
Mm.
Now there's like this AVIF format, and all the websites are using it. So, anyway, yeah. Kevin was supposed to go bald first. The timeline has shifted.
I was also
This is the dark. This
supposed
is
to get
this-
married first, but look how that started out.
Okay, in the original list, you were actually pretty low.
No.
You were above Orion still.
Yeah, which
I feel like
This
it
is
went
truly
you,
the darkest timeline.
Mace, me, Ford, Leo.
And Leo.
Yeah, that sounds right.
we'll have to dig it up sometime, but yeah,
It hasn't been too far off.
this timeline is not going so great.
Sensible.
It's going pretty good for me.
Oh, I'm sure it is. It's like,
I was gonna say I'm satisfied.
Hey, Kevin, you got to go to Joe's Pizza.
yeah, I did.
In the other timeline, you wouldn't have gotten to do that.
Yeah, I
that's
would've been-
true.
Swinging somewhere.
It's also
I
doing
have the
pretty good
helmet
for
from
me
Joe's
too.
Pizza.
So, just saying.
Did you go to Joe's Pizza, Ford?
I went and got pizza yesterday.
That
count?
does not count. It's not the Spider-Man 2 authentic pizza. It's not.
Then no, I haven't gone to Joe's yet.
I mean, the Lions did lose the playoff game in this timeline, too.
That stinks, man.
But they also won two playoff games, which
It was a 17-point lead at halftime.
yeah, shut up. I don't want to talk about it.
We're,
Yeah, you
people-
guys really screwed the pooch with that, man.
They could've- Like if everything else played out the same, but they just made that kick goal, they would have won. Or
if they wouldn't have fumbled the ball.
yeah, like
All
there
you
are
had
so
to
many
do-
problems.
all you had to do was listen to Captain Kirihi and hold the line, but you didn't do that. You didn't do that.
I knew they
Actually,
were
that's
gonna
like
lose.
one thing
and
that
you
they
don't have
did
his
do
help
all
in Mass
right.
Effect 3.
They did so well in the first half, and I knew going in they weren't going to win.
Yeah.
For those
Well,
that
I mean,
don't
it's all
know,
fixed anyway, so.
the Lions have never won a Super. If it was fixed, though, they actually would have sent the Lions because that would have gotten the most press.
Uh,
However,
Lions versus Taylor Swift.
Well,
Like how
yeah.
good would that do?
the refs were totally
Yeah.
in favor of the Chiefs, though.
Well, yeah, we kind of knew that would happen though.
Yeah, so I don't know who I'm gonna root for in the Super Bowl at this point.
you could just not watch it.
But then
Like
I don't
me.
get chicken wings and snacks and stuff.
You can do that without having to watch the Super Bowl.
Buffalo Wild
easy, you
Wings,
just buy-
BOGO.
It's easy. You just buy them and then you cook them and you can have them whenever you want.
But I have family.
Have
Well, you
them
invite
do the
them
work.
too.
But this way I don't have to buy the chicken wings. My family does.
Hmm.
Listen,
That's a good point.
you have not lived your life properly until you learn how to leech off of others' generosity. Look at me. Dead silence. Okay, I see how it is.
We shouldn't have announced the topic this early.
Well, I mean, it's a fun topic.
I got Ninjago City in.
I did too.
Well, the old one.
I
You got the new one. Yeah. It's in complete shambles, and a lot of the brown parts are just snapped, so I need to repair them.
Oh
or
no! Did
replace
they
them.
disclose that?
I think it happened in transit. Brown is notoriously brittle when it's roughed up.
Was it not in a solid package?
It was, but it wasn't packed very well. I think the seller should have just taken apart the entire thing, so I
He
could just
didn't.
put it
They
back
did
in.
when I bought it.
He
Yeah, it was
just
completely
kinda-
pieced out.
Yeah, it should have been pieced out, but he didn't
I
do that
remember looking for
because
that one
it's dumb. I
piece
guess.
forever.
You could just go steal the
So-
parts from Kevin's brothers in Ninjago City.
Link
Why
in
don't I
the
just steal this
description
Ninjago-
below.
Yeah, why don't I just steal the whole thing at that point?
It might be harder to fit out the door, but sure.
It's not that hard.
Where's he keeping all
I've
those
listed
now?
the entirety. I've
His
listed
room,
the
I think,
entirety.
just strewn about in his
Yeah, I've-
apartment.
I've listed the entirety of Ninjago City Gardens by myself, and that thing's like so big.
Have you
It's not
felt
that
the
hard.
markets?
Not yet.
I haven't started either. I started Jay's Titan mech, but I haven't gotten that finished either.
Yeah, I'm holding off on that one for now.
I want the
So.
minifigures from it though. Especially Cyrus Borg.
Well, I mean, technically you have them.
Yeah, but
You just don't have them in your hand.
yeah, but I want them in my hand. Yeah, I saw a leak of one of the new Ninjago, like the Dragon Temple, coming out for the summer
Oh,
wave.
it looks great.
It looks really good.
It looks awesome.
Which kind of makes up for the fact that almost none of the sets in this wave I like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of just waiting off till the next wave at this point, to be honest.
Yeah, it seemed like they were kind of holding back a bit, and I guess we were right. So, we'll have to. I can't wait for the next wave, honestly.
Which I don't.
It
obviously
sounds
blew
like there's
my
a lot of
budget
cool
on
stuff.
the markets for until at least summer. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, me too. So.
all right, let's talk about Star Wars helmets. So there's
what
this new
exactly
hallway set revealed the other day. We were talking about this last week, the helmet differences. And then our Discord server, people were also talking about the helmets on the new hallway set. Lots of people are complaining it's just a hallway. No, it's a spaceship hallway.
Yeah.
So you're telling me it's a hallway, but in space?
Also, I feel like we got the same complaints when we got the Luke hallway.
Yeah, those same people still complain about that.
It is also it is also a hallway in space.
And I feel like what exactly is
yep,
the issue?
I'm one of those people. It's boring.
But listen, you get a hallway and ARC Trooper.
That doesn't even make any
501st.
sense.
Well, it's the same thing they did for the 20th anniversary.
Is that fives or is it?
That's
It's
the thing. Like,
fives.
why are they
Okay.
putting out random minifigures for the 25th anniversary?
Well, they put out the random retro minifigures for the 20th.
yeah, but that had meaning.
I feel like this is better, though.
Like they're only putting these out because they know they're never going to put them out again, right?
I mean, yeah, but that's a good reason.
I guess. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, it's a very good fives.
Listen, you
Well-
won't have a Darth Malik without this like excuse for a minifigure, so it's just like let it ride.
And I'm glad it comes in a set that I can get for my fiance, so that's good. She loves R2D2. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Sadists.
Yeah, I'm trying. The R2D2 is
Satanist.
actually one of the weirder ones, I think.
I like it. I think it's.
It's just weird because I feel
think
like
it's
we
very
just got
inspired.
one of these. Also, I think the hallway that's a good set because that's a very iconic scene and it actually captured it good for display,
It's okay.
which a lot of
It's-
Star Wars sets don't.
I would say this hallway is better than the last hallway we got. Gotta say.
It's much more
This
iconic than the
R2D2
last hallway. The last
Th-
hallway
this-
was just like, ooh, look,
I really don't know who
Look.
Darth Malik is, honestly.
Oh,
KOTOR.
You never played
Dude.
KOTOR.
I did, but I never
I
finished it.
no. Guys. Mace, please.
I'm
No.
afraid I do not have what you want me to have.
You
I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
you guys make me so sad.
Also, are those the only two?
First images.
There's got to be other sets coming, right?
Yeah.
A
No,
few.
those are the only two
check
that have
the
been revealed
news
so far.
section. There's
They've
a few more.
also they
Is
also
there?
revealed some
Yeah.
they revealed some MIDI ships.
Yeah, some little micro build
Where-
thingies.
Do they come with minifigures though?
No,
Then I don't care.
they do not. No. I like the Darth Malik. It looks good. And the R2D2 looks pretty cool. I got my fiance the little Dobby set last
Creepy
year, so I
Dobby.
think
Creepy
this
Dobby.
one would pair very well with it.
Yeah, we gotta find the set that we're gonna build during the 10-year trip.
Ooh. Yeah, there's no
They-
creepy Yoda this
They
year.
better have
huh?
a creepy Yoda by next year, otherwise.
Next year, Kevin. This is in June.
It's this year, yeah.
They better have a creepy Yoda by this summer, then.
Hmm. Well,
It's
there's gonna
only
be
been this
C-3PO,
year
right?
for about a month. Give me a break.
There's gonna be a C-3PO, right?
Is there?
They said there was gonna be one. I think it's supposed to pair up with this.
How'd that work?
3PO
I
would
don't
be
know.
3PO
interesting.
could kick R2D2 over. Just like,
Mhm.
That'd be a really
massive.
big set.
Yeah.
I mean, we could if it looks creepy, we can call him Creepio. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, Creepy Dobby, if he's still in stores, is going to be one of the options.
He does look
he's not really
Yoda-esque.
creepy though. He's actually kind of nice.
Yeah,
like
he
the
doesn't
printed
look
eyes
quite-
look pretty good.
Quite as creepy, but
They
He
learned their
looks
Creepy
less
lessons
Baby
from
Yoda
Creepy
didn't look as creepy Yoda did, so...
Yeah,
That's
they
true.
learned their lessons from Creepy Yoda.
Remember
I'll tell
those
you that
AI
much.
images, though, of Yoda and Dobby and their child?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, I remember you showing those.
Why would you remind me of these things? Why?
Wonder if I can find that image here.
No, don't put it up in public.
We can't
It's
even
not
use
safe.
AI image generation like we could then, so...
It's not safe for public consumption.
Phone.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
I don't know if I can. Here's an old picture of me and Mace.
Nice. Man, we were children.
You weren't there, Kevin.
Yeah, but we were.
Once upon a time.
Oh yeah, to sort. I've got a lot of stuff in here. Yoshi and tax fraud.
Is that Brock?
White
Yo.
supremacist Bernstein Bears. Leo is missing.
Really does just have these meme folders, guys.
This is my to sort folder.
Oh, Discord moderators.
Oh, hey, here's a good one. You just crop that. Yeah. Means about libertarians. I thought I would have the AI images in here, but I'm not seeing them, honestly.
Well, that's a shame.
We did have a topic? Question mark?
Well, there's... Just I can't share in public.
I think most of this folder is probably not consumable for the public.
Yeah.
You gotta show. You gotta put up in our private chat what came up that made you come to that conclusion.
Well,
have to.
here's one I can share.
I'm- the thing is, in Hawkeye, it just looks so bad. Like it looks like it's been like CGI'd onto the toilet.
Oh, I went down a rabbit hole here.
Pull up. I can make it. Pull up.
No, I'm alright. Ah!
Hey, new thumbnail picture.
I think it's in the thumbnail pictures already.
Nah.
Okay. Whew. I almost printed this one and brought it to work.
You should. It's not too late.
I might. I might just do that.
Yeah, but anyway, helmets. Helmets are important. Helmets bring us together. Helmets
Keep your-
go on your head. I've been watching the Vice President a lot.
They also keep your head warm, especially when it's bald like mine.
Rip.
All right. Let's talk about the Stormtrooper helmet first, the classic, okay? Okay, I've got
That's the first one.
first one has blue on it.
Yeah. But the printing, look at that.
So
It
this
looks
is the
like
Yeah,
a
first
mustache.
I was gonna say, quite a distinguished mustache.
I feel like I could park Air Force One between those eyes.
One. Yeah, this isn't great. This isn't great. This isn't the one that's in Lego Star Wars, the complete saga, is it?
No, I don't
Not the
think so. I
complete
would have
saga,
remembered
don't
that.
think.
This-
Maybe.
I think it's
Well,
this one.
This one is my favorite.
I think it's
Yeah, this one looks more like
that
it.
one, but it's better quality in Complete Saga. The left one. But yeah, the right one is.
Is this the same mold but with different printing?
Yeah, most of them are. It's just some change the mold, some up the print quality or difference.
Okay.
Ooh.
So then what is the V3? When did this one come into the fray? This went back to blue for some reason. Why did
Eventually.
it go back to blue? They're not blue in actual Stormtroopers, are they?
It's a. You know, what you talking about? The like cheek decal and.
This looks like a different
There.
mold too, is it? Because the eyes are
No, it's
like
the same.
okay. Okay.
I think
the
it's
same.
just the printing on it is
Okay. Yeah.
different.
What is this? Is this Rebels?
I think
No,
it's the same era that the Rebels one came out, but
because we have this Rebel helmet, which I think is still the same mold, isn't it?
yeah, I believe so.
Hmm.
I think they just thought
Yeah,
they
this-
needed to
it
improve
was
the
newer,
print.
yeah.
It just has
I
a,
think it was-
bigger frown
Yeah.
and
I
lighter
think it was
blue.
brought out for Rogue One. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, like
Are Stormtrooper helmets blue on the sides?
you mean the here? Yeah.
Allie is messaging me asking is Ford actually bald.
The answer is yes.
Anyway,
I'm looking for that helmet.
Yeah,
I'm
they're-
looking.
yeah, okay, it is.
Okay.
It does have blue. Actually, some of them don't.
So Empire
Empire-
Strikes Back, everything is like gray.
Okay.
Um,
So what the classic?
gray and black basically is Empire Strikes Back. Original has the blue stripes, and Return of the Jedi goes back to that, I believe, but their helmets are just far inferior and they suck.
Okay. So correction. So the helmet in the middle, the more like, the cooler looking one, I guess. It debuted in 2014's Star Destroyer.
Okay.
The one with like
Yeah.
the one I don't like as much with the dark blue, more of the little things. Is this the same mold still?
What's
I
up?
believe so.
Yeah, the one with the dark blue. Yeah.
Okay, so
The
it
one
is
with
the
the
same
light blue
mold.
is Rebels. The lighter blue next to it is Rebels, and then
Yeah, I know
yeah.
that one Kevin actually labeled.
hmm
Well, they're all labeled. It's just not by year.
And that was last used in 2018, so that the newer looking one, and replaced with the new one.
Version 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This
that
this
one.
hasn't been going on since 2019.
2020, I think.
This is my least favorite of all of them.
It's
No, wait.
technically the most
It has been going
detailed.
since 2019. It has been going since 2019. Yeah.
This is
And
awful.
it's a new mold.
Mm-hmm. Looks okay.
I
in
think
person.
it's fine, but it's just
It's fine, but
It's
they didn't
big
have to.
on the actual minifigures.
Also,
so
I noticed
it's
on the V2, the eyebrow is a bit higher. Is that wrong?
Well, no, because Stormtrooper eyebrow height depends on the Stormtrooper. Because A New Hope was cobbled together using the budget of George Lucas. It was all handmade. It was
Excuses.
all very rustic. Darth Vader looks awful in that movie.
I
Quote
remember
me
at
on
the
that
time,
one.
at the time, this new helmet mold was kind of predicted by Solo. There was a mud trooper. I think if you look for that, you can kind
Yeah,
of
there's
see
a Mud
where I'm
Trooper
getting at.
helmet in there.
There was a mud trooper helmet
Mud Trooper.
that was a little too different from the original helmet mold, and it led people to believe that maybe it's going to be like they're going to come out with a new one. It's going to be more in line with this, because this mud trooper is a little bit different in the way that it's shaped.
And so this is the same one that's used in the hallway battle, right? So we just saw.
Which one?
The new helmet.
The top one,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah,
in
the bottom one
hallway.
they only used in that one set. It's got like this shield thing on the forehead. It's just that does anything.
Is this
and that
Shadow
was it.
Trooper helmet also the new one? It looks like.
Yeah,
That's the new one.
It's
yeah,
the new
I think it
one.
looks better on the Shadow Trooper, to be honest.
Yes, it does. Shh. I don't know why I'm being quiet.
What's Shadow Trooper V2?
Well, they're all labeled so that you can look at them and compare them. Technically,
I mean, I can compare them, but what is it in? I mean,
it's the
Force
Imperial
Unleashed
Shadow Trooper Battle Pack. We reviewed it last Battle Pack with
the Shadow
I
Guards.
don't like
too.
it when they have those bold lines on the little patches on the helmet.
Well, the thing with the Shadow Troopers is that they have cloaking technology, and this was trying to do I guess like a camo thing. They're
Here's
trying
the
to be
old
like
Shadow
Halo
Trooper
with the active
helmet.
camo. That's a
Yeah.
good one. That's
based
good.
on the Force Unleashed. Yeah.
So I can see this new mold actually working better with the Shadow Trooper helmet.
Because the thing about the Shadow Troopers is that they're about being stealthy.
About Shadow Troopers, they're about being black. Let's be honest.
It's so cool though.
Everything is cooler in black, right? Right, guys.
I don't like the new current helmet mold. I think it's vastly inferior to the old mold. It's like way flatter. It's more bucket-like. It doesn't have the right angles. I don't like it. The mouth is too high.
It's because it's white, isn't it?
I don't like it. I think it's bad. I don't think they need to change the old mold. I think the old mold did fine.
I will say the Mud Trooper figure makes the helmet look good.
I don't care about the Mud Trooper. They can do what they want.
Mud Troopers were in their own category, you know?
But yeah, it's like the new one's over designed, but it's fine.
I don't even feel like it's over designed. It's just designed bad. Like the chin doesn't stick out enough. It looks like a bucket. That's
kind of the point.
But the Stormtrooper helmets in general don't look like a bucket. in real life.
Well, how do you know
Only
what it looks like in
buckish.
real life?
This is just
I
squished in all
have
the wrong
one.
spots.
That you made.
Yeah, I made it, so it's beautiful.
Does it
Do you finish
function
it?
much like a bucket?
It's-
Isn't
Could
it in
you-
my basement right now?
No, the
Okay,
helmet's
here's
still
the
in my
thing.
closet.
If I put a bunch of rocks
Need to transport it.
inside the helmet, what is the helmet acting like? What's it acting like?
Holding
Stupid?
device.
What's another name for a holding device that is
A
slightly
parcel.
cylindrical in nature?
Yeah, a parcel.
No, that is cylindrical.
A parcel can be cylindrical if the
A
contents are
bag.
cylindrical.
Whatever, man. I'm too tired for this.
See, the problem is we know where you're going with this, and we're not taking it there.
It doesn't matter. It's like you say, this is an ugly hat. It looks like a bucket. Oh, well, if I take your hat and put rocks in it, then it's also a bucket!
Clip that one.
You sounded like LJ there. It was really weird.
Oh, man.
If LJ is blonde now, do you think he'll go bald next?
The dye is just like kills his hair instantly.
I don't see LJ going bald. I just couldn't see it.
I don't know. Sometimes that might happen.
I could see
it's been known.
Meso going bald first.
I thought
Oh,
Meso
man.
already was bald.
No, Meso hasn't aged in the past 15 years.
Stay young, man. Stay young.
Yeah, I guess this is actually all the Stormtrooper helmets.
Pretty much.
Well, if you're not counting variants, then yeah. We kind of looked at all the Shadow Trooper ones. You have the Patrol Trooper from Solo.
Is this also... This is the
That's
new mold
the Mud
also.
Trooper mold, I believe. Well,
Yeah, it is.
it might have a cutout for the eyes instead of the...
I mean, some of them are... We have then, like, the Sand Trooper, which... Is there anything else that uses this helmet?
I think that's the same mold as the, Patrol Trooper? No, it couldn't be, could it?
No, it's definitely not. This is a different mold entirely.
They're like ever so slightly different.
Yeah.
I
From the
think.
Patrol Trooper? No, it's very... Look at the forehead size different. They've got the angular jaws.
Yeah.
What about the transport pilot version? Can you get that one?
Well, I mean, I didn't go by necessarily color variations because then the clone section would be a nightmare because it's like, oh, the 501st
Yeah.
version, the yeah.
It's-
See, that would be ridiculous. Don't worry
The
about that one.
AT pilot, is that the old mold?
That's
Yep.
the first version. Well,
First
that's
one, yeah.
no, that's the second version. First version is
Oh.
right next to.
First version is
Oh.
definitely the old mold.
But they're both the
Mhm.
old mold. It's just different printing on them.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Printing
there's
quality
versions 1,
improves
2.
over the years. Basically, they only had one mold until recently.
Yeah, 'cause they
That's how you
also
have to look
used-
at it.
Yeah, they used the old mold for the TIE pilots as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
For
it
a
looks like
while,
going through some of the other
until they made
AT-ATs.
that
This the same
yeah.
mold still?
No.
It looks
No,
different, yeah.
Yeah,
that's,
it's
that's
absolutely
the TIE pilot
different.
version.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
They use the
create-
TIE pilot helmet? Okay.
yeah, they created
Yeah.
a new mold for the TIE pilot and AT-AT drivers because they have the same.
Hmm.
Version 4 and version
Helmets.
5 look basically
Nice.
the same.
Yeah,
I
it's just
commented on
minor,
that off air.
minor printing differences that really set them apart. But
I mean, yeah, I
The
see
gray does look
differences,
better
but-
though. The gray looks better on it. Yeah.
Yeah, the TIE pilot. I like this old one, actually. It's just the Stormtrooper helmet.
It does.
it
does
has
have some
its
charm.
charm. It's very.
And then when
But
they
that
introduced
one, I
the
like
TIE
that one.
helmet mold,
I feel like it was 2011-ish, like past the 2010s.
Sure.
so
let's
yeah,
go with
there's
that.
the first 3 versions. Oh, let me fix that.
Boo.
And
They
then,
get smaller each time.
Yeah, you can hardly tell the minor differences as is.
Getting smaller each time sounds like Hasbro.
so this mold has stayed the same since? Or is this version 6 a new mold?
Yeah, they're all
They're
the
just
same
like,
molds.
yeah, they're all the same mold. Like they kind of got it perfect first try.
So
Well,
the
second try, I guess.
Stormtrooper,
But
and they gave up on that.
yeah.
True.
Well, we'll probably get a new TIE pilot helmet in like 5 years.
I am so mad we're stuck with this Stormtrooper helmet. Just look at these. If you saw these immediately, these two side by side, which one would you say would you want?
The one on the right, easy.
I'm biased towards the one on the right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I gotta go
Nostalgia
with that one
blinding.
too. It's the one on the right is pretty good. It's just so simple and so perfect.
The one on the left has a really, really long upper lip, you can tell. It's very tall.
Honestly, it's the
lip.
same with the Darth Vader helmet for me. These are not good pictures of it, honestly.
That looks like a CGI render.
It is.
They're both the CGI render.
Oh,
in
no.
fact.
Yeah, the second one looks more like cartoons of Darth Vader,
Yeah, it has
Also,
Rebels vibes.
not
This
like
is
the
just the
actual
top half
helmet
because it
itself.
has a
Yeah.
connector piece on the bottom, so it's not
Oh.
the
So it like
full
encloses
view,
the
I
head.
guess. Yeah.
And it's a
That might
cool
fill it out.
effect. It's a cool effect, and it helps to fill out the look of the helmet. It does kind of look like it's looking up a bit, but
Yeah.
The problem is,
I
it's
think
not
it.
stylized for Lego properly.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen it in person?
Yeah.
I've seen yours.
Well, I guess that's it. Then.
God.
If you don't like it now, then you don't like it then. I like it. It grew on me a bit.
I just think the old one was fine, and
Yeah.
there's no reason to change it. And then, like, if you're changing something, I feel like it should be significantly better.
Well, I mean, I think they did
I like the
think it
effect.
was
Yeah, I like
significantly
the
better.
I like the effect of enclosing the head and
And you
doing
can
like the
take
whole
it off,
unmasking
like
thing.
the whole.
Yeah, like you could do like the whole unmasking thing like in Return of the Jedi, but I
That is
think they
cool.
could have done a better job on look of it.
But
That's
I
just
guess you have to look at it from probably the designer perspective. Like, oh, we've been using the same darn mold for this long. It's outdated. Let's get a new one, and it's gonna look better.
Philosophy for design, though, because I feel like the thing with the Lego system is you should be using these same parts as much as you can.
I mean, yeah.
But if there's room for
but-
refinement, I'm okay with that. Like if they wanted to do something new, some cool new effect, I'm down for it. It's just I don't think they really hit it. They didn't hit it out of the park with this one. I think they could have done better with the look of the new Darth Vader.
Yeah, I
helmet.
don't like pieces that should have to be retired in
And-
Lego. I feel like the
and the
goal
thing
of
is,
every
like-
piece should be to be used forever.
And as I told you, like I like the Darth Vader helmet mold, like the new one. I like the old one too. But I think they still have room for improvement on it.
Let's talk about Clones Phase 1. Is this right that there's only been 2 versions of the Phase 1 helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other versions of it are just color variations.
So that mold has been... I thought there's a different version. So
Mm-mm.
it's just Phase 2 that
They-
gets complicated.
They got it perfect pretty much like first try with
Second
the Phase
try.
1 helmet.
Well,
Second try, yeah, sorry.
they got the helmet right during the Clone Wars, and they've
Yeah.
been using the same mold, just different printing on
Isn't
it.
there a Clone Wars variant of Phase 1?
Yeah, that's
Should be there.
what I'm saying. That's where they change it to that mold, and that mold stays, but the printing changes.
Honestly, I like the Clone Wars printing.
Because it's very Clone Warsy. That's why.
Simple and effective. I like it. But
So-
the one in the upper right corner is really excellent.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very
Got
Attack of the
serious
Clones. It
cheekbones.
screams that
update-
at you.
Yeah, didn't they update the printing again?
I'm not sure. If they did, then
What's the last set with Phase 1 clones?
I don't.
I think it was one of those battle pack things. It was around the time that the UCS gunship came out.
Wasn't that last year?
Was it last year?
I'm looking through the 2023 sets right now.
I think it was the year before
Phase
that.
2 clones. Phase
When did battle
2.
packs come back? It was around that time when battle packs came back.
We just discussed it last week.
Listen to last week's podcast to find out.
Okay, I'll go do that.
Okay, so it's not 2023. Blue Milk. Blue Milk Luke. Mandalorian stuff. Dark
That other
Troopers.
hallway scene.
I like the Dark Troopers. Too bad that show is dead to me.
I haven't even seen it.
I was out after
not in
season 2 anyway.
2022 either.
What?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
It was a
phase
blister
ones
pack. It was a blister pack.
in 2022.
Yeah.
Blister pack. I'm not seeing.
Yeah. There's a. Well, that's phase 2.
Yeah, it's a phase 2 clone.
Wait. Go back. What about that
Yeah, it
A-list
came out in
secure tank?
22. Yeah.
Is that phase 1 or phase? Yeah,
Hang
phase
on.
2. Never mind.
I'm helping you out. Hang on. That's the one I'm thinking of.
That's phase 2. Oh,
Let me
But these are
pull it
phase
up.
ones.
and that's 2021.
Let me.
22.
That's not showing up in the 2022 on Brick set.
I looked
Oh,
it up
here
on
it is.
Bricklet.
Okay, I found it. Yeah, you're right.
Told you it's a blister pack.
Wow, you scrolled right through.
They did start doing something that annoyed me in some of these, which instead of actually giving them the long rifle piece on a lot of them, which just has both, they just add the Harry Potter candlestick to the end.
Well,
of the
yeah, that's on
blasters.
the long. That's on the long rifle. So it makes it longer. A
I
longer
don't know, I just
rifle.
don't think it works great.
Well, it's trying to give it the look of the
So
rifles
it's been
from
2
the
years
movies.
since they used this piece. I would bet when they re-release it, it's gonna be a new mold. Now it should
Possibly.
be, because that is great, but I would bet it will be.
Like they might remake the mold because of mold degradation if they have any.
Well, they can
Is that
make
what you
the
mean?
same mold. They don't
Yeah.
have to redo it. So, let's talk about V2. This is where it gets complicated.
Yeah.
So, of course,
So
we
there's
got the
like
original one again with the hollowed out eyes, which it never made sense to me.
I think it's quite inspired.
Kevin, what's the special variant one?
So that one has better printing on it, and it came out in 2008 for a special set. It's the same mold and everything, but
As this one? Oh, this just has a head on it.
well, yeah, it's
Okay.
got better printing on the mouth. And
But
it
what
came
was the
out like
special set?
2008. Barasophy was in it. Like
Is that the one with this light up lightsaber?
I can't
Oh.
recall.
No, I
It
know which one
was-
you're talking about.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
the same thing essentially, but they just didn't update the mold yet.
So, then there's only 3 main versions of them so far, right?
Yeah.
Let's get these in comparison. The first phase 2 version looks more like a pilot helmet, to be honest.
I mean, they did use it for pilots, right?
No.
I actually think the
in
latest
2005?
version might be the best for phase 2, because the chin sticks out a little bit too far in the second version.
But they have those
Yeah, that's true.
holes, which I think people complain about.
Wait, yeah, we're missing a variant.
No, that's the one with
No,
holes.
because there's a
No,
variant
that's
of this
it.
without holes.
That's the variant without holes.
So wait, this is the same one, but with or without holes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can
Wait.
you not see it?
No, they look different. It must be the angle.
It's printing too. Yeah.
So wait, there's only been 2 versions of this?
3
guess so.
versions.
So before the ones, the accessories were Phase 1 clones.
Yeah, the Clone Wars introduced the accessories, and that's the accessorized clone that you would get.
You might be thinking of the ARC Trooper helmet that came in that one battle pack.
Yeah, there's that ARC Trooper helmet.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
it.
is... Oh, I didn't realize that this...
It's its own
Yeah.
mold. Yeah.
Because it's got the big fin.
Which honestly, this
on
would be
the
a
head.
better template probably than for Phase 2, because I see the issue with the placement of the hole.
Yeah,
This
the
is also
placement of the
the-
hole is wrong.
Yeah, this is the one they should have used for 5s, right? Because they used the one on the right for 5s. And the
Fives?
fin's not right. The new 5s
yeah,
minifigure.
I mean,
Oh,
the
I thought it was
Darth
Rex.
Vader. Darth Vader hallway.
I thought that was Rex,
Yeah.
though.
No.
But he has 2 guns.
Yeah.
Rex
So did
uses 2
Fives.
guns.
There are
So
more
did
than one
5.
clone who uses more than one gun.
Okay. Interesting. I'm sure this mold is gone then. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way better though.
Yeah.
But the ARC Trooper, that was a Phase 1 ARC Trooper, right?
Well,
They're different
ARC
phases for
Troopers
them.
kind of have
They're the same regardless.
They have in between Phase 1 and Phase 2
Okay.
armor. That's their design look in the Clone Wars.
And they kept it throughout the entire time?
No.
Do they just go to Phase 2 helmets eventually?
Eventually. Rex
Oh,
is
they
the only
do.
one who has the unique helmet at a certain point, basically,
Hmm.
where it's kind of Phase 1-ish still.
Wait, so the ARC Troopers went to full Phase 2 helmet?
Well, think about, like, later arcs of the Clone Wars with 5s in them. He has Phase 2 armor.
But does he have a fully Phase 2 helmet?
I think so. I could be wrong, but
I gotta look this up, man.
yeah. I think they-
Fives,
I don't even like Clone Wars this much. Like,
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah, it's just a Phase 2 helmet.
Yeah. So they
Huh.
convert over to Phase 2. I think the idea is like, oh, since arcs are specialty troopers, they get first access to any upcoming improvements
right.
in armor.
Okay.
So
never mind.
That makes sense.
Man, the current Phase 2 helmet's bad.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there's no good Phase 2 helmet.
The middle one's okay. It's just without that, the thing for the accessories. It's
If
like,
they
eh.
had to put the hole in, they should have just done a new mold at that point and just lifted that portion up, edited the proportions a little bit.
Like, why didn't they use the existing, little thing coming out for the hole?
I don't know. I forget what the whole thing with the visor was, that controversy. Where
it was like either way too high or something like that.
was it way too high? Because, yeah, then why didn't they just use the other?
This is just I'm looking at this and it's just so annoying. I'm actively annoyed looking at this.
And also, then I'm trying. For years, since it was all Clone Wars sets for clones, did we just get the Clone Wars Phase 1 helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Even when the series had been over to Phase 2 for a while?
Feel
Well,
like
we did.
When did the new
eventually get
Phase 2 helmet drop?
feel like it was
2013.
yeah, with
Yeah.
501st Battle Pack first, I believe was.
It was the last few.
So, okay, so this is
waves
an
of
old
stuff.
mold at this point.
Yeah.
Things also to put that little hole in there, they had to it has to be a new mold.
Yeah, the ones with the holes are newer than.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, they made a new mold that didn't work. Why not just make a
Yeah.
whole new mold at that point? Because obviously, you have no issue changing the Stormtrooper helmet for no reason at all.
Don't try to use reason here.
The thing about Phase 2 helmets is that they were originally incompatible with human heads. You couldn't put them on
Right.
this. Yeah, you couldn't put them on without okay, you had to take it apart and then put it back together in order to actually fit. Like,
No.
the necks are way too small.
I mean,
and they're too narrow, essentially.
in universe, that kind of would make sense. You know, especially if you have like the rebreathers, you kind of want that where it goes under the chin, where you have to like apply a face mask to the helmet. That makes sense. That's how real helmets work.
Yeah, but it's not how it works in the show or in the movies, so it just doesn't
They're
matter.
Mandalorian. Their jaws move different than ours.
Their jaws just like shrink and expand as they see fit.
So what do you mean originally? Did they fix that problem these days?
Yeah, I mean, they've made actual practical costumes for the...
How do they change it?
I don't know. Well, I mean, 501st, usually the part between the mouth and the chin, that usually comes off. So you just...
Okay.
That way you have enough wiggle room to make it come off. But in the show, they just take it off and put it back on. Like, they don't care.
Interesting. Now we got a few pilot ones in here. First one, I don't even know what they're going for with it, honestly, because the second one's how it looks in the movie.
Yeah, like, I'm wondering if there was some concept art.
Oh, wait, that's just the Clone 1 helmet with a different printing.
Yeah, I was saying that.
But
there was a pilot variant. And you were like, no. I'm like, yes.
I don't think I said it was no.
Guys.
That looks so weird.
I like the Warthog has its own helmet for some reason.
Get the ARF trooper in here.
Arf.
ARF?
Arf trooper.
I remember there were Lego magazine comics.
Shoot, I didn't do any Scout or Snow Troopers.
Did any of you ever get those Lego magazines with the Clone Wars comics in them?
Yeah.
Had the ARF trooper that just went ARF all the time. I don't know why that's funny.
We also have this one that Kevin included.
The Airborne Trooper. This is a good one. This is a good one.
Airborne
is this
Trooper.
A clone or isn't this Old Republic?
No, this is a clone.
Oh, okay.
They're the sniper class in Battlefront 2, but otherwise known as the Airborne class.
Okay. So we've also got the sequel troopers.
Yay. Everyone's favorite.
Cringe.
Apparently there's two different versions. Are these different molds?
Yeah, we talked about it at the time. It's just different printing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at
because for some
I think
reason
the first
browns
one's
are
better.
and eyes are.
I think the first one's way better.
Yeah. I just don't understand how between 7 and 8, why am I calling them 7 and 8? Force Awakens and Last Jedi, their helmets changed even though they're like immediately like following each other. Like,
don't think about it too much.
I mean, that happens in the original trilogy too.
But there's
there's
differences
time
that
gaps.
you could pretend there's a reason for it.
Here's the one that likes to execute minorities
with an axe for some reason.
Okay, well that's not the crazy part about
Oh
that.
no, they have swords in Star Wars? Why?
Wow, what a crazy concept. Laser swords.
The Captain Phasma CG models, I can't really do a comparison between these pictures, Kevin got.
It's the frown again, basically. The printing differences. It's episode 7 versus episode 8.
The thin one. Yeah.
Let's take a look at the Mandalorian helmets then.
I'm still convinced that Phasma was always supposed to be a droid underneath all the armor.
That's what people thought stormtroopers were. So
when?
No, like it wasn't. For like people that originally saw the movies, a lot of people thought stormtroopers were droids.
Also, George wanted them to be kind of faceless, so maybe they were droids and maybe not. So you could kill them without mercy and just not have to worry about it. That's why he chose battle droids as the enemy of the second. Yeah, he got really mad. You know Dark Forces, the video game? The first level, you just shoot a bunch of Imperial officers, and George Lucas got really mad because he's like, why aren't you shooting stormtroopers? Because that way you're not shooting at, like, people with faces, essentially, in the game.
Remember, kids, if you can't see their face, it's not murder.
Doesn't Han Solo literally like bump an Imperial officer down a shaft to his death
Well,
in
like,
Return of the Jedi? Like,
George
Okay,
like he
Lucas,
throws a thing at him and he just like goes off and he's like,
for
ah.
his mindless drones, he likes, like, in Episode 4, yeah, they shoot Imperial officers and stuff, but the majority of it, they're shooting at stormtroopers. So,
I never got the impression that stormtroopers were droids. I
well, not
never
in
heard that
this was
before.
like no one has
The-
since
the-
like the 80s.
The reasoning that I was always told for the battle droids in the prequels is to show that like droids as warriors are just not as effective as
No,
people.
that's not right. George wanted them to basically the Jedi to be able to slice stuff up.
yeah, laser sword, cut thing in half, can't be a human.
Well, that too.
Unless they're
But
a
he
main
wanted to
bad guy
show,
in
but,
Episode 3.
yeah, like
in which
it's
case...
easy for like Jedi and stuff like that.
See,
Right,
if
but he
they
wanted to show
wouldn't
that they're
have
not
been
as
droids,
effective.
then Leo wouldn't have seen any of the prequels until 2018.
So actually, it lends credence to what you're saying though, because like if he wanted to show the droids are not as effective as warriors, then he probably did it because he was mad that people thought they were droids. The
No,
stormtroopers.
George wanted people to think of them as like not human.
Then why'd he change it?
He just thought it'd be cool.
George.
That's literally
Okay.
it. He had the ability to make battle droids now, and he couldn't do that
Okay.
before. So he made them
Fair enough.
droids. Remember, most of the stuff in Star Wars is because George thought it would be cool.
Yeah.
There's not as much most things that we think are really deep and philosophical and cool and allegorical in movies are entirely on accident.
Well, then clearly you don't know about the wills. So
What?
Yeah, no, Ford's got a point. I hate them, though.
well, you're dumb. So
No. You're bald, so, hey.
well, I look more like Mr. White, and he's smart, and you don't. So yeah.
Yeah, science!
Yeah.
So let's talk about these. So we have the original ones. Boba Fett 1 and 2. Is that just a print difference?
Yeah, so the original Boba Fett there is brown. The other one is more reddish brown. It's color differencing in the printing.
Yeah, then you have all those. And then we've got Boba V3
And that's the one that we've had for the majority of the run.
and Boba V4.
There's 4?
Tiny.
Yeah. That's one
is it
just
like
came out. Yeah.
It's
So,
the re-armored version, or
No, it's like, yeah, I think so, because it's the
mech?
tiniest print version.
So
Is
is
it
it
the
is
mech
it the
one?
same mold?
Yeah, it's same mold. It's just like there's a bit of gray on the left side
Oh,
of
then
the
why
helmet.
didn't you include the re-armored version?
There it is. I don't know.
I like
so wait,
Jango
is
Fett.
the yeah? Who doesn't?
I really want a Jango Fett Slave one, though I realized this paint job on Jango Fett Slave one is way uglier than I remembered it being.
You mean
Also-
his fire spray gunship?
Oh gosh.
They're different.
His Boba
images.
Fett
So
starship.
Yeah.
There are different like interpretations of the colors on it from the movie.
Well, that's basically the same.
Yeah, I really want a slave. Well, yeah, I really want the Slave one Jango Fett colors.
Don't we all?
I have one from Lego. The old one.
Show
Someone
off, why
made
don't
a
ya?
UCS Jango Fett Slave one.
Bunch of people have.
Then I think about it, and I look like the Boba Fett colors do just look so much better. If they didn't have the green on the Jango Fett Slave one, I think it would be better.
Green?
Yeah, the Jango Fett Slave one is
Yep.
green.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's almost this like
It is weird.
navy camouflage thing going on for it.
Some
back in the
people
day that was really
build it.
cool.
So some of the toys basically have the green as more of a gray color.
Yeah, they tried to tone it down because they don't want it to be ugly.
Yeah. But yeah, so the Mandalorian, and this is the same one that the Mandalorian uses.
The new Mandalorian helmet has stayed consistent. It's not changed.
Which I think is fine, because it's a good helmet.
Yeah. I think it was introduced around...
Next year they will change it. So they can sell new Boba Fett.
You gonna put that on the bingo card?
You know how they changed the Iron Man helmet for no good reason to an inferior version?
Yeah.
But that's because Iron Man is popular. Boba Fett is no longer popular.
They
They might do a Mandalorian mold where they have the stripe down his helmet.
I forgot to mention this one. I just gonna say, Sith Trooper looks pretty cool. I hate that movie, but...
Yeah, the movie sucks, but the design is like... It's cool combo of clone...
Also, just the printing on this piece.
Stormtrooper,
It's
and
good.
the red looks nice.
I still maintain that these are the troopers they should have put out in Episode 7. Like, this is the look they should have had.
With the red
From
or...
word go. With the red, yeah. Like, they should have been red the whole time. That would have been perfect. To me, at least. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean, I think the design would have worked. I don't know if the red would have... I mean, I like the red, though.
I mean...
Not saying it's wrong.
Stuff looks cool in red, man.
No,
Like,
I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying I don't think they would have gone for that.
well, I mean, they did eventually, so...
Yeah, for a special variant in the final movie for, like, maybe
To sell
3
toys.
minutes of... Yeah,
Do they even
times.
fight?
I think they fight on top of a ship or something. Like, Finn and Rose are there, and Rose is like,
fight
please
on top of a ship.
notice me. And it's
when-
like, sorry, I got a new girlfriend this movie, too. Just like the last movie and the movie before that.
That's the one where they ride the horses on the ship.
Yeah.
That's
So
so
stupid.
stupid.
That whole movie is stupid.
That
I
whole
still haven't
trilogy
seen
is stupid.
I still refuse to see it.
You're not missing out.
I haven't seen the Lego movie too. Still,
I remember.
You're not missing out.
I remember when I floated the idea of us on the 2020 trip riffing Rise of Skywalker, and you were like, "No, I don't want to watch that movie ever again."
Don't really.
Yeah.
There also might have been "You were right, Ford. We're sorry" in there, but I guess
No.
No,
I guess I
that
misremembered that
never,
part.
never happened.
yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Take the L.
I told you they were going to course correct, and you're like, nah, they're going to go with it. And then they course corrected very poorly, but they still course corrected. and you were like, you
Okay,
were right,
Ford.
Ford.
Here's the problem. Within then you said they're gonna course correct. You include a bunch of other stuff that didn't happen.
I forget what I said back then.
You
It's
said
too
all
long
sorts
ago.
of things back then. You told us about plot leaks that weren't even real, Ford.
There's this whole thing like Finn's gonna die, and
And you're like 100% like, yeah, this is real though. This is real. It's like, no. Finn didn't die.
see, you know how people don't listen to Alex Jones seriously for so long because he mixes in a lot of stuff that just is really crazy and doesn't know which part to focus on, Ford. That's you with Star Wars.
Not anymore. I just don't care.
Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for us today. What do you all think of the helmets? What versions do you like the best? Do you like the new Stormtrooper helmet? Do you hate the new Clone Trooper Phase 2 helmet? There is a right answer to both of these questions. Please post it in the description below. Or, as I said, you can join the BCC Crew Discord server and get in on the discussion. Ooh, I thought my hiccups were gone. Went over the whole episode.
The return of the
Back
hiccups.
with vengeance.
The microplastic hiccups.
Like, subscribe, leave your comments, share the video, all that good stuff. You can follow us on X. Sometimes we post when we're going live on there. But the best place to check is to follow the channel and follow up on the BCC Crew Discord server where all our new videos are posted automatically. Be sure to join us every week, Mondays at 9:15, give or take Eastern Standard Time. And for Ford, Mace, Malurus, myself, LQ, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.